With our current weather conditions, it takes a real expert to create landscape that'll thrive. Riedel's Garden Center has the staff with the expertise of water requirements for plants, lawns, and landscapes that'll stand up to our changing weather conditions. With 25 years of hands-on experience, owner Darren Riedel will customize a landscape design and irrigation system to meet your expectations and our climate. It's recommended to protect your lawn using Fertilome products available at Riedel's Garden Center, an authorized dealer. Call or stop by Riedel's Garden Center today.
Welcome to the Green and Growing Show. I'm Margie Hammerschmidt, an Extension Master Gardener here in Ellis County with the Cottonwood District of K-State Research and Extension. We are out here today at the Hayes High Outdoor Classroom. It was a facility that was established in the early 1980s, spearheaded by Donna Cooper. Lots of things have happened in this classroom over the years, but we're here today to learn about some monarchs, monarch activity. I have a special guest with me today. This is Susan Schlichting. She's the 4-H Youth Development Extension Agent here in Ellis County. Welcome to the show, Susan.
Thanks, Margie. We do have some exciting things going on with monarch butterflies.
And so we're here in this location today because
we had a whole group of volunteers from the community come out and plant milkweeds earlier this summer. So exciting.
Has some of it come up?
You bet. Some of it's come up, and it looks like we've had some fine little friends helping themselves to some of the greenery. We've seen some things munched off. Deer, rabbits, something has been eating on some of the plants.
Well, sure. Hopefully they've left some for the monarchs to also enjoy.
Absolutely.
And so the monarchs lay their eggs on the milkweed. Is that the whole idea?
It is. That is one of the things that we've learned through this project is that they use the milkweed plant to feed on when they hatch out of the eggs. And so the caterpillars are eating, not just the very hungry caterpillar, book with them eating fruits and all sorts of crazy things. They're eating milkweed leaves, and that's a really key thing to helping that habitat stay in place and the monarch populations to continue to grow a little bit.
Got it. So about how many youth were involved in the project?
Oh, well, we ended up having 22 youth from Martin and Ellis counties that were part of the Cottonwood District's Monarchs on the Move project. And those youth were tagged with going out and reaching out to at least 1,000 more youth. And so we've been out in schools and after school care programs and lots of different sites around our two counties and helping educate the young kids about the monarch butterfly, how it migrates through this area, and it comes on up to Canada in its life cycle, and how that whole process works. We've talked about habitats. Each child that went through that project actually took a milkweed planting kit home with them. We helped in a lot of cases, help them to actually plant the seeds, so they took them home and hopefully established them in a garden in their area as well.
How fun.
Oh yeah, a great project.
And then a group came out here and planted how many milkweed?
Oh, something over 400 milkweed plants.
Wow.
We had a tremendous group of master gardeners and 4-H'ers and other community volunteers that came out on an early morning, a hot summer morning, to get these planted out here at the Hayes High Outdoor Classroom. And we're very thankful that they allowed us the opportunity to come out here and to utilize this place as a special place to establish a habitat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So now milkweed is a perennial.
Correct.
So it'll come back.
It should come back. In theory, it should come back next year and be stronger and continue to grow onwards. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
I understand there's like 100 different varieties of milkweed. So did we get one variety that was planted here?
Right. We had the showy milkweed planted here.
Okay.
And it's something that it was more of a native to western Kansas type variety. They did have several other varieties that came out of Monarch Watch at Lawrence to get to different places across the region, and we planted some here, and they planted another group of them over in eastern Kansas as well, a different variety more suited to their area. So yeah,
awesome.
exciting stuff.
Very fun. And so the whole project was called Monarchs
on the Move.
Okay.
Is the project. It was something that was sponsored by Monsanto. They recognized the need for those pollinators to be alive and well in production agriculture, and so they are encouraging plantings on production strips near farmland, plantings in places like this, in gardens, in any places that we can get those established so that the monarchs have a way to feed and to lay their eggs as they come through this area. And they will be coming through. This is that time of year. You said you've seen a few already, and I've been looking and haven't seen one yet, but they should be coming. And they actually migrate in waves. They start down in Mexico early in the year, and the first generation flies up into Texas, that area. They lay eggs, they hatch out, the adult dies, and we start the whole process over. And this happens about 5 times throughout the summer.
Oh my goodness.
Different waves, and the final wave has a kind of a special thing because they're clear up on the Canadian border potentially, and they go clear back to Mexico and overwinter, and then they start that process all over again. They have a special system that their bodies go into in that situation, and it's just phenomenal to be that last wave and get to live lots longer than everybody else does.
Oh, that's amazing. And then to navigate back through this area. And,
yeah, it's quite an amazing process.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we thank you, and we thank all the youth that were involved with the project, and I know the Monarchs will appreciate having a feast here, and
you bet.
This will just grow more and more every year. So thank you. Anything else you'd like to share about the project that we haven't covered?
I'd say the one other thing that I found is a really cool benefit of this project. Not only did it heighten awareness within the community with young and older folks, but it also provided that 22 teenagers that leadership opportunity to go out, and they had to plan, organize, and teach, and it just gave them such a really awesome leadership experience that they won't ever forget. They won't forget the Monarchs, but they also will have some invaluable leadership skills that they'll take along with them, and I found that is a really awesome kind of spin-off from this whole project.
Absolutely. I had the pleasure of listening to one of the youth that was being interviewed, and she did a phenomenal job. I was really proud of her and what she's sharing, and so on. So
well, we're proud of that whole team of kids. They really stepped up their leadership. There was a pretty young group, 7th through 11th grade, and they really stepped up and did a great job with it.
Oh, that's great. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for being here today on our show, and thank you, viewers, and stay tuned for some timely topics.
Hello, I'm Pat Phillips, Extension Master Gardener. Today I'd like to share with you a few Master Gardener timely topics. Wishing you had some fresh garden vegetables as summer comes to an end? Well, some of those early vegetables that you planted this spring can be grown again this fall. It's time to plant lettuce, spinach, radishes. Also, you can transplant young broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage, all now for a good fall harvest. And remember those colorful spring flowering bulbs? These bulbs need to be planted in the fall, and it'll soon be time for planting. So prepare now by pouring through the catalogs and research varieties and making your orders. One last thought about those important pollinators. If you will place shallow containers with pebbles and fill them with water around your yard, the butterflies and bees will love you. This will aid them as they finish their life cycle here and head to warmer climates in the winter. Reporting from K-State Research and Extension and Eagle TV, this has been Pat Phillips, Extension Master Gardener.
With our current weather conditions, it takes a real expert to create landscape that'll thrive. Riedel's Garden Center has the staff with the expertise of water requirements for plants, lawns, and landscapes that'll stand up to our changing weather conditions. With 25 years of hands-on experience, owner Darren Riedel will customize a landscape design and irrigation system to meet your expectations and our climate. It's recommended to protect your lawn using Fertilome products available at Riedel's Garden Center, an authorized dealer. Call or stop by Riedel's Garden Center today.